Before we start the review, just a quick reminder. If you have not watched X-Men 97 yet, what are you doing? What are you doing? There's no reason for you not to watch this show. Go watch it. It's amazing. And then come back and watch this. FYI, this is a non-spoiler review. No spoilers. Not going to talk about any spoilers. I'm not that kind of guy. I don't want to spoil this for you. Deadpool and Wolverine is a movie we have been looking forward to for years and years. It has taken a long time for us to finally get the Deadpool and Wolverine tag team combo movie that we've been waiting for. And how was it? I had a blast. I just had a really fun time watching this movie. I saw it 10 p.m. IMAX, Thursday night premiere with the huge nerd crowd. It was just great. I had so much fun watching this movie. For starters, the movie is really, really funny, which is like priority number one when you're watching a Deadpool movie. You want the movie to be funny. It has to be funny, and it very much was. This movie had a much bigger team of writers, and it really seemed to pay off because most, if not all of the jokes really seemed to land, and especially the ones where they poke fun at Disney or even poke fun at different areas of the previous Fox universe. It just worked really, really well, and I thought every joke pretty much was really funny. I can't think of a joke that didn't work for me. And I'm really glad the trailers didn't give too many of those jokes away. There were a ton of surprises with jokes, with story, with what the movie kind of was about. That really paid off because they were surprises and they didn't even really hint at them at the trailers. So if you're kind of going based off of the trailers, you really haven't seen much. There's a ton more to this movie that is going to surprise you, that's going to be entertaining. And so I'm really glad they didn't show too much of that in the trailers because the surprises really did pay off for me. However, what really shocked me about this movie was how effective and compelling the emotional heart of this story is. As much as I would have loved it to have been Vanessa, she kind of takes a back seat in this movie, but Logan works as the kind of emotional vessel of this movie. He's the one that really carries the emotions forward. And part of that is due to Hugh Jackman's amazing performance. Ryan Reynolds also does a great job with the more emotional scenes that he has. But Logan is kind of the emotional core of this movie, and he is the vessel that brings out all of the most emotional moments, especially the ones dealing with Wade, where he's grappling with his self-worth and his identity, and just caring for people. Logan is kind of the vessel that brings that out. And a lot of the emotional moments in this movie really do work, and they're really well written, and they're interesting, and they're compelling. I genuinely was not expecting to get teary-eyed in this movie. I had heard people saying it's an emotional movie, but I really got teary-eyed at a couple points, and they really made me care about these characters and how they were feeling and all that. It worked really well. So hats off to Sean Levy, Ryan Reynolds, the whole writing team. Really knocked it out of the park in that regard. I will say I had two small little blemishes with this movie. Nothing that really detracted from the experience that I got, but it's more just wishful thinking. First, a lot of the supporting cast of the previous Deadpool movies just kind of takes a back seat here. And I get it. This movie has a lot that it's trying to do in a short amount of time, trying to usher in the Fox heroes into the MCU. I get it. So that's kind of the focus. But characters like Vanessa, kind of take a back seat in this movie, and I would have liked a little bit more out of them, and especially with Wade's connection to them, which is kind of the emotional through line of the movie. And secondly, just in regards to the plot, it's not the best plot in the world. It's fairly straightforward. It's a little bit convoluted at points of like, why are these characters going here and doing this? It just feels kind of random at times, but that's also Deadpool. And you know what? I'm not going to a Deadpool movie for an engaging and compelling story. I'm going because I want to see Deadpool. And you know what? I can forgive a couple of incoherent story bits when I'm getting a really entertaining experience out of it. Ultimately, I had a really great time with Deadpool and Wolverine. I just thought it was really, really fun. It was really entertaining. If you're a fan of those characters, I think you're going to really love this movie. If you're a fan of the Fox Marvel heroes of old, I think you're really going to enjoy this. Even if you're interested just to see how Deadpool's going to mesh in the MCU, I think you'll enjoy yourself as well. There's some great jokes for you in there. If you can, please avoid spoilers. There's so many great surprises in this movie that really do pay off, and they're really, really exciting. But some people are out there trying to spoil it. So if you can, keep yourself from spoilers, avoid them at all costs. I promise you, it's worth it. It's so much fun. I think I'm going to give this movie a 9 out of 10. I just thought it was great. A couple of blemishes here and there, but nothing that really took away from my entertainment value watching this movie. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been a while since I've done a movie review, so I'm excited to be making more videos more consistently. I want to try and make more time for that. So be on the lookout for more movie reviews as more interesting movies come out. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you on the next one.